The coolest Morel recipe for you today. Gucci Matar, also known as mushroom Matar. Morels are harvested in the Himalayas, the foothills of the Himalayas in northern India, where they're known as Gucci. And Gucci Matar or mushroom Matar just means mushrooms with peas. Essentially, this is a spicy curry with a whole bunch of ingredients that none of them are very expensive except the morels, but if you pick them yourself, those are free too. Frozen peas, chopped tomatoes, fenugreek leaves, onions, cilantro, and a whole bunch of spices. And when this is cooking, it's going to smell like all the good things in life. Trust me. How we trim the morels is very important. Ideally, I'm going to serve the morels whole as often as I can because I want all those juices to get inside of the mushroom. That's one of the best parts of morels. But if I can't see inside and see that the mushroom is absolutely pristine, I'll probably cut it in half. So what I'm doing there is I'm just inspecting each mushroom. If I can't see inside and see that it is free of flies, ants, worms, beetles, baby snakes. Oh, that's hen of the woods. You know what I'm saying. Make sure the mushrooms are perfectly clean inside. Otherwise, cut them in half. I've also washed these, so that's going to help them. It's going to help the pan not scorch because they're going to give off some liquid. Here I'm cleaning up a serrano chili. Most of the traditional recipes leave the seeds in. That makes it so spicy that I hiccup, and that's my body. I know that's my body telling me this is too spicy for you. So you do you. Adjust the heat to your preference. If you don't do a lot of spicy food, use a de-seeded jalapeno because a serrano will always be reasonably spicy. And if it's not spicy, it's kind of a shame. I'm going to start this off with some coconut oil. Ghee is more traditional, but I love coconut oil, especially when I'm making a curry with coconut milk, like we will be here. I'm going to add garlic and ginger that were finely chopped, or you can use garlic ginger paste you can buy in an Asian market or an Indian market. I'm going to add some onion too, and we're going to cook that all down. Then I have ground spices, ground because we're not going to be pureeing this. Cumin, coriander, garam masala, turmeric. I'm going to add the morels and the chili and the salt. And this is pretty important. You're going to want to turn the heat down and really take your time, especially if your morels are whole like mine are. There's some chopped peeled tomato there. I do not like fresh tomato like most recipes had because you're going to cook this for a while and fresh tomatoes break down and the skins come off and they get stuck in your teeth and that drives me nuts. Use peeled tomatoes. Take your time cooking the morels. Once all the juices come out, they're going to be ready to go. This is also a good tutorial for, long cooking of morels because they need to be thoroughly cooked because they're toxic raw. I'm going to add the kasar methi or the fenugreek leaves. Those add a great traditional flavor. Get them in an Indian market. They're super cheap. There's the coconut milk. Some recipes use coconut milk, some recipes do not. I thought this would be a great way to have. I love creamy morels. I mean, who doesn't? But I thought this would be a cool way to have creamy morels a different way. And it's so much fun with the coconut milk and the spices and all of the everything in this. This recipe is so much fun. So simmer this for a little bit, and you're going to see that I'm going to season this a number of different times. And I encourage you to do that. Always season and taste. I'm going to add a little bit of tomato puree just to give it a little bit more color. Season and taste your food. It's nothing for me to season something 2, 3, 4 times until it tastes just perfect to me. And that is the same way that you should be cooking. That's the biggest tip that I give most home cooks. Mom, not trying to call you out. Once it tastes incredible and the house smells so good, you're ready for the end. So I add the frozen peas. I love frozen peas. Uh, you could use fresh peas, obviously, but frozen peas are so nice because they're cheap and you can just throw them in at the end. But I don't really like them brown, so I'm going to serve this right away. If you reheat this, the peas are going to be brown. They're traditionally served like that. It's totally fine. That's just like a chef tick on my part. I want my peas green. And if you use fresh peas, that'll be a lot easier. They'll keep their color longer. But there you go. I served this to a vegetarian last week. She said it was the greatest thing that she had ever eaten. I will let you make up your mind on that, but this is so cool. If you have excess morels, give it a try. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.